Welcome to my $100,000 stock experiment, year 3, week 19, ending August 21st, 2020. This isn't an endorsement to purchase any stocks that I bought, nor an endorsement to purchase stocks in general. I'm on a mission to become a great growth stock investor, and I'm letting you watch me on my journey. According to the IBD at investors.com, the market is in a confirmed uptrend. The S&P 500 went up 0.7% for the week. This is the 6-month chart. At number 1, those really wide price swings are gone, and now we're getting into tighter price bars at number 2. It's a really good sign. That huge volatility makes it easy for me to get kicked in and out of stocks. So if you're a trader like I'm a trader in these growth stocks, then you're probably enjoying the environment at number 2 a lot more than you were at number 1. And this index either closed at or near its all-time high. I did sell 2 stocks this week. GFL and VIR are the symbols. One I've held for a week and one I've held just for a couple of days. I took losses in both of them. GFL Environmental. Well, I won't be buying this one back anytime soon. I had already got kicked out of it once, and this was the second time I tried to buy it. It has dropped below its 50-day simple moving average. And while the price has seemed to stabilize a little bit, it's below that 50-day, and I'm going to take a pass on buying this again. I held it for just the 2 days, and I lost about 7.5%. VIR Biotech. I knew this one would be super hard to hold. I've been putting my floor a little bit above the 8% mark, so 8% would be my max loss. Had I used the true 8%, my floor would have started at 49.45, and this stock only went down to 49.46, so it wouldn't have triggered a sell in that point. And I have another stock that missed the floor by 1 cent, and now I'm up about 50% in it. So I'm not sure. I might want to buy this one back. I did hold it for just the 1 week, and I have a 7.6% loss in it. I made 3 new buy ones. One of them was the GFL Environmental, which also sold, but I bought back Dexcom, which had sold before, and I bought Sprout Social. And then I made a B2 in Sprout Social, and also in Medallia, I made a B2. Every time I purchase a stock, I put a stop limit order as my floor. Initially, that's right around 8%, and I like to leave it at 8% for 4 weeks now, unless my stock starts making a double-digit gain. Dexcom. This is a repurchase of a stock I have bought before, and I did set my floor at 8%, and I left it there. I've held it just the 3 days, and it's down 1.8%. Shift4 Payments, stock symbol FOUR. This is a Franca IPO stock. It seems to be going sideways, basically closed at the same point that it closed last Friday. I did leave my floor at 8%. I've held it just about 2 weeks, and I have a 7.6% gain, which is a nice gain for 2 weeks. Every week I review my charts and see if I can raise my floor. Lululemon. I tried to make a B3 multiple times this week, but I put a limit order in and it was always too low. This stock did go up 5 days straight, all 5 days up this week, and I raised my floor up to that diagonal blue line to the 31-day exponential moving average, where that dash yellow line is. That's where my floor is now. So I have a B1 that I've held for 3.5 weeks, and it's up just about 13%, and a B2 that I've held for 2 weeks, and it's up 7.5%. And I like to add to my positions as they prove themselves. Sprout Social. This is another Franca IPO pick. I made a B1 on Tuesday and a B2 on Friday, and I left my floor at 8% for both of them. My B1 I've held for 4 days and it's up 6.4%, and my B2 I've held for 1 day and it's up 1.3%. Medallia Inc., stock symbol MDLA. I made a B2 on Friday in nice volume, and I raised my floor on my B1 to the 50-day simple moving average, just up a tiny bit to that diagonal red line, and my B2 is at an 8% floor. This is one of my IPO picks. My B1 I've held for a week and a half, and it's up 2.6%, And my B2 I've held just for 1 day, and I have a little loss in it, 0.1%, $7. Don't let your double-digit gains turn into a loss. Teladoc. This has been a really super tough stock for me to hold. Last week I was down, and I said that if I hadn't gotten back to break even by the end of this week, I was going to sell it. And now I'm at 15%. So this is like super volatile. It's recovered from the Livongo acquisition announcement when it had the big drop and continued to go down. And I did raise my floor up to the 50-day simple moving average, the diagonal red line, which is basically where my floor was previously. I've held this stock for 9.5 weeks and I'm up 15.2%. I'm focusing on when to hold and when to sell offensively. So I have my high flyer stocks and I have my slowing down stocks. Celsius is my high flyer, but it's basically been going sideways for the last 3 weeks. I've held it 4.5 weeks and I'm up 48.6%. I did raise my floor up to the 16-day simple moving average where that diagonal green line and that dash yellow line meet. That exit would give me a 39% gain. This stock had a super week and then came back down. So it did go up as high as 26.76, which would have given me an 86% gain. And then it ended up down 1% for the week. So I'm going to wait and see what this does. And if it triggers my floor, then I have a 39% gain, which is pretty good for holding a stock just about 5 weeks. NVIDIA, this stock had a great day Monday and a great day Friday. It had earnings on Wednesday, which were good, but the stock really didn't move on earnings. It's had above average volume all week. And I did raise my floor up to the diagonal blue line, the 31-day exponential moving average. This is a stock I've held the longest. I've held my B1 for just about 11 weeks and I'm up 40%. My B2 I've held just about 9 weeks and I'm up 32%. And my B3 I've held 4.5 weeks and I'm up 25%. So this has been an excellent stock. This stock isn't giving me any flashing reasons to sell, so I'm going to hold it for now. TSM, Taiwan Semiconductor. This stock I've held just about as long as NVIDIA, and it does have around the same sort of gain, right around a 40% gain, but it's been going sideways for 4 weeks. So it had all of that gain early on, and now I actually have a loss in my B3. So my B3 I've held for 3.5 weeks and it's down 2.2%. And my B1 I've held 10 weeks and it's up just about 40%. And my B2 I've held for 5.5 weeks and it's up 18%. I don't know what happened with that drop on Thursday with the NVIDIA earnings. It almost triggered my floor. It came within 12 cents of my floor. So I'm wondering if I should sell my B3. Maybe I should sell all of this, but I'm holding for right now, but I'm keeping an eye on it because it does seem to be going sideways. That 8-day simple moving average in the pink is really going sideways, and now the 16-day has started to do that as well. My current holdings bar chart shows 1 bar for each week or portion of a week that I've held the stock. Celsius over on the left-hand side, you can see for the 3 weeks it's been going sideways. And on the right-hand side in the yellow, TSM has been going sideways for 4 weeks. In the middle, NVIDIA in the green keeps just going up steady week after week, which is excellent. And in the hot pink Teladoc, that's my problem stock. You can see how it's up, then it's down, then it's up, then it's down. And now it's up. So that's good. Lulu in the gray is steadily increasing. I like to look at the weekly percentage change for each of my holdings, and I sort them with the losers on the top. The ones that are in that red box did not beat the S&P 500 for the week. My thought is if I focus on my losers and clean those out, that I'll be able to let the winners carry my portfolio forward. Teladoc at the bottom, you can see, had a 19.2% gain. this week, which is great since 2 weeks ago it was down 18%. So it's sort of popped back, and we're going to see how it continues to do. That NVIDIA, for 4 weeks in a row, it's been up, and Lulu for 3 weeks in a row, it's been up. And then I look at my current dollar value gain, again, sorted with the losers on the top. So Dexcom, I've just held this 1 week, and that's my only stock that I have a loss in. I have 2 stocks which have over a 10% gain, Lulu and Teladoc. TSM almost has a 40% gain, and then NVIDIA and Celsius have over 40% gain. The industry breakdown shows I'm most heavily concentrated in chips with my 3 purchases each in NVIDIA and Taiwan Semiconductor. Then I'm followed by my software stocks. I have about 44,000 in software stocks with 2 buys in Sprout Social and Medallia and 1 buy in that Teladoc. I take a look at my weekly change. In the top section in number 1 on the left-hand side is my stocks that I have for this week and what their gain loss is. And then on the right-hand side, I have last week's gain loss for the same stock. And then I have the difference column. So at number 1, the existing holdings, I had a gain of 5,448 in those stocks. Number 2 is a stock that I held last week and sold this week. So last week I had a loss of $188 and I sold it for a total loss of $763, but only the change from last week to this week was negative $575. My new purchases, including one that I sold this week, I had a loss of $219. So then I take last week's balance and I add or subtract my gains or losses for the week, and then that came to a grand total down at the bottom. After 2 years and 19 weeks, my $100,000 has grown to $168,612 versus the S&P 500 for the same time period has grown to $129,891. Down at the bottom in the purple on the left-hand side, the S&P 500 is up 0.7% for the week versus the Melissa method on the right-hand side up 2.8% for the week. I'm hoping that I can continue to have some sort of gain or evenness for the week, as I've had many down weeks in this experiment year, which started mid-April. Still, I'm up 16.5% since mid-April in my year 3 experiment versus the S&P 500 for the same time frame is beating me at 21.8%. That's shown in the yellow. Thanks for watching. Keep an eye out for my next episode, or better yet, subscribe to my channel, The Melissa Method. Don't forget to hit the bell if you want an alert when I post a new episode.